So you're telling me that a wife has to go to work just like her husband, the same amount of hours, but the husband comes home and he's tired, but the wife has to come home and she still has to cook, clean, do the dishes, do the laundry, make the beds, get everybody in their pajamas, brush everybody's teeth. She has to do all that while the husband just sits down and, relaxes because he's had a long day at work?
Yeah, that's what a wife is supposed to do.
Okay, so then what is the extra things that you have to do as a husband?
I make more money than you. I'm the breadwinner. At least I could come home after a long day and you cooked and cleaned the house.
Yeah, but I had a long day too. It's not, just because I might not make as much money as you doesn't mean I'm still not doing something and providing to the family.
Okay, if you have a flat tire, who's going to go fix it? Me. I fill
Okay,
up
well, I don't have a flat tire every day.
Okay, I put gas
every
in your
day.
car.
I need to get gas every day.
No.
I need to get an oil change every day.
You're not qualified to be a wife then, if that's an issue.
Okay, well, you're clearly
They're
not
meant to
qualified to
cook
be
and
a
clean.
husband because you're trying to do the bare minimum of what husbands should probably do, and maybe a husband should also, we split everything.
So you want me to do everything? You want me to cook, clean?
No. I'm just saying we split it.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Single, Married, Separated, Divorced, and Single Again, or Married Again, whatever that case is, whatever is applicable for you. So today we're gonna actually discuss the importance of stay-at-home mom, because there's sometimes this narrative of men thinking that, oh no, my wife doesn't do anything, she's just staying at home, But honestly speaking, stay-at-home moms are very important. They actually form the basis of, the whole, because remember, when you are going to work, that woman is actually raising your children, right? Anyway, before we get into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Jehovah. So please don't forget to subscribe. If you're new on this channel, welcome. And if you have been with us, please don't forget to share this video and comment and just push that notification button so that you are being notified when we have a new episode. So let's get started into the importance of stay-at-home moms and why that is important and so on, especially with the feminist movement coming in, destroying our men, telling us that we don't need them and all those kind of things, and that women can do everything a man can do, which is obviously nonsensical, right? We are blessed differently, so we can be the same. Otherwise, God wasted his time creating men and women. He could have just went ahead with Adam. So stay-at-home mom is a mom that decides that she is not going to school, she's not going to work, she's going to stay with her children. The reason I say that actually, it's very important because there's a misunderstanding about it. It's almost like people think the person is lazy when you do that, but raising children is not a joke. Me personally, I feel like I can proudly say that I retire early, because one of the things that I decided when I reached Canada is that I have to find a way to be with my children without neglecting them, because jobs in Canada are actually different from jobs that you find, for example, in Namibia, where I'm from, where you work from 9 to 5 and that's it, and the children are at school and blah blah blah. Jobs in Canada are quite different. They have shift and so on, and you find yourself working the 7 o'clock p.m. to 7 maybe a.m. in the morning, and when you come, your children leave, and it's just one of those ways where you feel like, it's tiring, and it actually kind of take away the time that you would have spent with your children. So I was very, very conscious of what I've decided to do, and I've decided, the best way is for me to go to school, and I will not work full-time, and I haven't. I remember working for 3 months for a bank, but that's about it. So I've decided, so I could be regarded as a stay-at-home mom in that sense, even though I go to school. Because remember, school is like maybe 3 days a week, 3 hours. So meaning that instead of going for like the 40 hours a week, I only have 9 hours that I'm in school, and most of the time, my school start at the time that my children at school, and as soon as and I come back and they're still not at home, meaning that there's no time that we're wasting between us, right? And I think going to school actually gives me the comfort of really being a mom, a full-time mom in that sense, but also being able to be financially stable. As you know, in Canada, obviously when you're going to school, there's some financial benefit that you get because the Canadian government want people to be educated so that it's easier to be in the workforce and so on, or even open your own business. So stay-at-home mom are definitely one of those people that you need to admire, okay? Because stay-at-home mom sacrifice the money that they could have gotten, because obviously, as you know, that even though going to school gives me some financial benefit, it's limiting because it's not kind of much in that sense. But for me, being with my children full time is for me very important, and I've chosen that, and me and God has agreed on that, and God has been doing miracles. I'm really happy. I'm actually very happy that I've been doing that for the past maybe 7-8 years. I'm very proud of myself because when I came, obviously, I was a young parent. My son was born in Canada 2 months after I arrived in Canada and so on. So it's quite crazy. And, like when you stay home, there's a certain way of raising your children that you can really do when you are full-time at work. And I'm not saying people that are full-time employed are not there for their children. They probably find a way, but it's not the same. So therefore, I feel, especially abroad, back home, like for example in Namibia, every time when I say back home, I'm referring to Namibia because I'm kind of proudly Namibia. So back home, and I think that actually probably will cover the whole African continent. I think so, at least to a certain level. And probably the Middle East. I think the Middle East, when I look at it, I think they do the exact same things that we do, honestly speaking. We share a lot of like culture and so on. So for example, back home, you actually have aunts, uncles, and people taking care of your children, or even grandma when you go to work. That is not the same in Canada. In Canada, is everybody for themselves and God for all of us, you know. Elkeen for himself and God for ons almal. Like that's Afrikaans, obviously. So it's not that easy, and that's why I'm saying that when you have somebody who decides that she's gonna be a stay-at-home mom just to take care of their children, it's really something to be admired. It's not something to now be put down, honestly speaking, because this feminist movement, as I mentioned, it will come and start saying that, oh no, like when when you stay home, it means you are not educated, or it's kind of giving these vibes of laziness. But that's not the case. Raising children is very hard, honestly speaking. And this sometimes also comes from the men when they say, oh no, my wife literally doesn't do anything, she's just at home. What do you mean she's just? And that's why I love the Canadian law, because the Canadian law, when you divorce, and you want to take everything from your wife, you are into something, you're in trouble, because they regard being at home, staying at home with the children as a job. So when you think you're gonna get away with your money, they are going to say that, you know what, she was working while you're at work, so this is yours. In fact, in Canada, the matrimonial home actually goes to the wife. There is nothing like this nonsense of, oh no, you want to take everything. No, not in Canada. So anyway, having said that, I just wanted to say that I just want to applaud the stay-at-home mom, those moms that decide, beyond all odds, that, you know what, I'm going to stay home, I'm going to take care of my children, I'm going to raise them, I'm not going to allow technology and whatever to raise them, because especially in Canada, it's quite difficult, because to trust your children with just anybody, because you never know what's going to go on behind closed doors, right? So I was very specific with my children. I wanted to raise my children myself, and Kindewi 14. So I'm proud of myself that I have done what I said I will do, which is some years ago I was going through stuff and I was just worried about my career because my son got a stroke, the older one, and I was going through, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to put my career on hold. And God says that, Jehovah, it's not about who you become, it's about who you raise. And Moses' mother always come to the picture, because she raised Moses, she raised Aaron, she raised Miriam, and so on. And these were the three judges of Israel. So sometimes who you raise, we wouldn't have known of their mom if we didn't know about them. So sometimes it's about who you raise. Concentrate on the children that you are raising. Stop concentrating on other things. Anyway, we are coming to the end of it. So thank you for subscribing, liking, and comment and sharing our videos. So from me, Jehovah, take care and God bless you.